We win the dice roll for the final game, and we keep a really sweet hand with 1 drop, 2 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop for the alchemy. Alchemy is not that exciting. It's not very relevant to us. We could have these 6 cards with no alchemy, and I'd be very happy. We obviously don't flip with Delver's Secrets because he seems to do nothing but reveal creatures to us when we either want land or spells. But yeah, this start is very aggressive, and we hope that we are able to blow this guy out before he has a chance. If he was on 17 right now, we'd be able to attack 5 more, putting on 12 before his turn 3. But that doesn't quite happen. We also still don't review a spell from here. But at least we get a land this time, so we complain a little bit less. Interloper will get in, and we'll play the Patrician over the Village Cannibals. There was maybe an argument to play the Cannibals instead because I have another human, but given the additional attack from the Partition, and like we don't really mind if he dies. I reckon that because of our start, our opponent will want to trade the Silver Chase Fox with anybody anyway. Of course, as soon as that's done, that happens, and he correctly plays upon the card that doesn't lose in his guy, and has the potential to be a lot more impressive. But, you know, these things happen. Chances are he would not have done that if we had Village Cannibals. So, we send him with the team, don't mind if he blocks. There's the consideration to play the Alchemy, but we've only got a couple of 1-drops. We've only got the 1 black one after in game 1, so trying to find a digraph rule is not very efficient. So we just pass along. Village Cannibals gets us another threat on the table, and him playing the 1/1 is good for us. He's only a 1/1, so we're getting some free damage here, unless he wants to block, which would be very bad. And then another good reason to know Alchemy is, you know, when you've got a Mono Threat on Howl on top of your deck. So looking quite good here for us. I believe he's got something special for us now, if memory serves me well. Memory did not serve me well because he did not play what I thought he was going to. Almost all of the white decks I played against recently had a particular card. We won't see it right now, but perhaps in a moment. And him playing the Gareth is rather spicy, but we do have the Liliana, so pick the cat. That seems quite fair. Garrett battles with the Interloper, which is unfortunate and a little bit upsetting because we figured we had quite a clock there. That side of things, Garrett is almost certainly going to die now, and the Lumber is not in a position yet where he can start blocking people. Trying to work out if I need to play my land first, if I can play something else. I actually cancel here. I believe I played the islands. Yep, because I've got all the victim knights. I want to leave up double swamp, and I don't have that many blue cards that I would want to play right now if I had them. Maybe just a Delver. So there we go. There's a card I'm going to play at the end of main phase 2. I would find it quite unlikely as well that if I was to look at 4 cards that I would want a Delver. So Garrett has all those effects, 1 loyalty left on him. He's probably going to start making some Death Touch rules, so we need to kill him this time I think, or we'll never get a chance to actually kill him. So trying to work out if Stitch Drake will be able to do the job if we play him next turn, or the Interloper. Working out, well, Interloper we get played now, we do 2 damage the next turn, and then another 2 damage in that turn. I cannot play Stitch Drake until the turn after. It also ties up my mana for that turn, and then we would finally be able to attack for free. Interloper would still be ahead in that point, and if they were both to get another turn, they would break even on damage. But that would also require them to survive that many more turns, and for me to have spent it doing sort of nothing. So we end up taking the Interloper. frees up our blue mana as well, just in case we need it. So I'm trying to work out here what the attacks are. 2 should attack Garrett, 1 should attack my opponent. I will send 1 person to attack Garrett. I believe he would block with the Lumberknot, which that would actually be okay for me if he loses the Lumberknot. I didn't really think about that. But then I can trade 2 guys into Garrett next time. Lose. Actually, if I send 2 guys in Garrett next time, have him lose 1, lost 1 here, he would block with a Death Touch Wolf and probably block with whatever he plays afterwards. But I would have to Interloper. So Interloper would definitely get Garrett. I guess that might have been a better play, but he'd get a kill on my guys. In this case anyway, I sent 2 into Garrett and 1 into him. I believe I was trying to get him to... If I attacked 1 into... I was working out their attacks to see what would make him more likely to block the village cannibals or not block the village cannibals, as it were. But it's all a moot point, because here's the spicy thing I was talking about. Every white deck I've played against has, in recent times, has had that card, and it's been better than I thought. I decided to keep the Interloper here because it's applying threat. I wish I had taken the Stitch Drake now instead, because obviously it would be in my hand, and I would have lost less cards to Divine Reckoning, and his Lumberknot would not be as big. It's now actually a genuine threat. He's going to take a chunk of 5 out of me. Thankfully I start on 23. The line's not a terrible draw, if purely because of the fact that I'm now 1 land away from being able to cast Mourn of the Unhallowed again. Although that said, he's also 1 land away from being able to cast the other side of Divine Reckoning. Once again, tit for tat. Although he has killed my Planeswalker. I have killed his Planeswalker even. I would love to draw mine and be able to edict him, and that would be pretty swingy for me. He does have cards in hand, and we do not. We're really just hoping that we are able to get there. Walk-up Banshee doesn't really allow us to do much. It would have been nice for him to have played a creature. If he had played a creature, we'd be able to then sack the Disciple and kill the other one, and then have a blocker. As things are, we can basically just have a blocker. Considerations there were to not attack the Disciple. We did not do that. If we did not attack the Disciple, we can leave him back to block. And if something bad happens, we can sacrifice him as well. Lumberknot would become a 6/6 at that point. Consider playing the block with Banshee, still to block afterwards anyway. But I reckon that would have pulled his trigger on the Divine Reckoning again, meaning that I will have to kill all my guys, and his Lumberknot would go up to 8/8. I would then be on 6 at this point, and it would not be likely for me to win. Because if I was on 6, I would... like, the Vampire Interloper cannot attack anyway, and I would be straight up dead at this point if I had played that. So what we decide to do here is attack with just the Interloper. I believe I'm going to bounce the Elder Craft and then block with Disciple on his Lumberknot, and then sacrifice the Disciple. Maybe not even sacrifice the Disciple, maybe just Silent Departure, his guy, and then block with Market Banshee. Although that would mean that his Divine... We basically have to be careful about his Divine Reckoning, because if his Lumberknot becomes 8/8, we lose. It looks like Lumberknot is a... Is he a 6/6? Is he a 5/5? I can't remember. But this allows him for less guys to grow his counters, because he actually gets 2 counters off the Elder Craft from that. Like if he plays the Divine Reckoning. So he's actually 5/5, it seems here. just staying a bit safe here, trying to get him. He's on 2. We have a 2 power flyer. If he plays a blocker, you can just sign a departure it. You can't even block Rebuke or Spider Regret Grasp. There's no point of us showing him Lily and Anel. So let's just kill him. Moonless. Well, I'm watching this for the second time and I got confused again. They're not expecting to have the Moonless the first time or even this time. Worse for us, he's now flipped his werewolf. He's not going to take any damage. We need click past the third blocker step first before we start trying to do anything else. But I guess the best thing for us to do is to play the... If we play the Silent Departure, we're on 9 damage. We can bounce the Hull Pack. You have a 6/6 and a 2/2. That'll be 8 damage. We'll be on 1. And we cannot play Divine Reckoning again to pump up his guys. If we had not done this, he would destroy both his guys, keep Lumberknot. He would turn to 8/8 and the Kappa effect would make it 9/9 exact damage. He's got a werewolf in hand and a card that we do not know. It's kind of strange. If we had played a Rocket Banshee before, it would have allowed him the ability to win the game, either by attacking, blocking, and his Lumberknot becoming bigger, or by him casting his Wrath of God effect, killing everything, and then growing that way. But as things stand, he does not quite get there. We're still feeling a bit tense on 1 damage. But Interloper just attacks, he takes it, and but rather amusingly, oh wait, well we declared the attack anyway, and there's 3 mana, but he concedes. We were thinking, oh my god, surely not. Okay, sideboarding time.